Hello and welcome to another episode of the Business Gamer Podcast. I'm your host, the Business Gamer, and today we're going to be talking about the long and drawn out E3 that happened in 2020. There was many different events all throughout the last couple of months, just random things getting announced, events coming out of the blue. You've got the PS5 Future of Gaming show. There was the Xbox Games Showcase most recently, Devolver Direct live stream, and they had a game where you could experience it through it. Ubisoft Forward, where they showed the backwards games. EA Play Live, I hardly remember that one. And Nintendo, I think they had a little update, mini direct thing, but nothing really from Nintendo. So let's get into it. Talk about some of the games, some of the highlights, some of the lowlights, and then most importantly, hello. All right, so EA Play 2020. This live stream, I didn't watch it live. I don't know if I watched any of these ones live, actually, but some of them I watched the whole thing. I think I just watched a bit of the trailers for this one. And the ones that looked interesting, there's a new little kind of indie game, 3D platformer looking beat 'em up thing, Lost in Random. Now, it could just be another generic action adventure kind of kiddie kind of game, but the visuals and the art style do look very much like Tim Burton. He's the guy who does Frankenweenie and also Nightmare Before Christmas. So visuals of that look cool. Looks like he plays a little girl, and you've got your little sidekick called... Now, get this. It's a die, right? So he's got 6 sides with, a digit on each side, and they've called him Dicey. Now, I don't know about you, but in this current climate, 2020, naming a die Dicey, you're kind of dicing with death there. It's kind of this game will get cancelled. There will be controversy around the die character called Dicey. And yeah, it's going to be a real shame for Zoink Games, who is the developer. So yeah, that's Lost in Random. The Star Wars shooting in space game, Star Wars Squadrons, looked kind of fun. I might check it out. Probably won't buy it. Might play a demo or a beta or whatever they have. A lot of people care about Skate. There's a new Skate game. I don't really like skating or skate games, so whatever. Apex Legends looks like it's getting crossplay. That's kind of cool. I've got a couple of mates who play it, but they're all on consoles, and I don't really want to play Apex Legends with them. But now I might have to. They're going to text me all the time and get me to play in their thing, and I hardly ever play Apex. So I'm going to let the team down, and I won't know how any of the characters work in that game. I don't really play enough Battle Royale games to be good. But that's getting crossplay and coming to Switch. And I think there's a new Madden and FIFA game, so that's a bit of a departure from EA. Normally they don't have annualized sports games, so that's cool. Excited for those. Not really. It's already out. There's a Rocket Arena game. Doesn't really excite me too much. And apparently there's going to be upcoming games from Criterion, BioWare, DICE, but you didn't see anything. So yeah, that's EA Play. It was a bit of a disappointment. I would have loved to see Battlefield 6. because Battlefield 5 was shit and I didn't enjoy it. And I want to see Battlefield 6. I don't care. I just want it to be better than Battlefield 5. Please. Battlefield 6. Battlefield 6 will get announced next year, for sure. That's EA Play 2020. EA Sports. It's in the game. Ubisoft. Is it U or U? I'll fix that up later. So the Ubisoft Forward that happened earlier this month in July 2020, and some of it was interesting to me. I don't care about the following: Ghost Recon Breakpoint, Brawlhalla Mobile, Might and Magic, Heroes Era of Chaos, Tom Clancy's Elite Squad, Rainbow Six Siege. Yeah. But Watch Dogs Legion could be kind of fun. I don't know. The gameplay didn't look that exciting, but I'd love to just get in the world and muck around a bit. GTA kind of style. But Hyperscape, I haven't played it yet. There's a beta, I think, happening at the moment, open beta. I don't know. Could just be another friggin' battle royale where you've gone vertical and you can jump on people and turn into balls, and I don't know. I haven't heard too much about it. So whatever. Assassin's Creed Valhalla. That could be fun. It's got, I do like a bit of Viking stuff. I love that show on TV called Vikings. So if this is a bit of a step up from that previous one, what was that called, where you're in Greece or whatever, it could be fun. I might be interested playing through it. Open world looks pretty cool. The graphics, you can assault fortified castles. Apparently you can assassinate people, but I think they just have to say that you can assassinate people in this game, when it's really just, you hardly do it. Now Assassin's Creed is more about here's an error and just go wild. You do all the things you do as a Viking. Done. Don't worry about assassinating or stealth. Just go do Viking. But apart from that, Far Cry 6, I reckon that could be pretty good. All you got to see was a bit of a cutscene, a trailer, and I think there was a bit of a Netflix startup intro style trailer, which looked interesting but bit pointless. And there are a few screenshots. So this one's all about some fake island in some fake Cuba place. But you get, I've got his name written down here, probably going to say it wrong, Giancarlo Esposito. Now, he's the Burger King guy in Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad, or whatever his chicken shop's called, Los Pollos Hernando's. Looks like he's in The Boys and The Mandalorian, of course. He is scary. If he looks like he's the main villain, and I would just love cutscenes of him just talking to you all fucking scary and sitting there with his cigar and whiskey or whatever he's got. And yeah, the graphics of the screenshots, I guess, look pretty cool, but you can't tell anything from a handful of screenshots. No gameplay yet. I hope it's a more serious take on Far Cry, whatever that is. More like Far Cry 2. I don't really want Far Cry 5, where you just all this stupid shit. And Far Cry 4 was a bit stupid too. You riding elephants, and like this probably has a little bit of stupid stuff, but if it seems a bit more darker and serious and the stakes, I don't know, seem higher, and I hope there's some good kind of linear sections here and there, some tight missions. Yeah, I'm pretty excited for Far Cry 6. Pretty excited indeed. Keen to see my boy Giancarlo Esposito in a game. I don't think I've seen him in a game before, so bring on the Far Cry 6. Alright, so the Devolver Direct 2020. Now, I really enjoyed this. I did not watch the Direct, the stream. Instead, when I woke up, I saw there was the stream, and I saw there was also the game, Devolver Land Expo, and I'm pretty sure it was a Saturday on the weekend, and loaded that bad boy up, free marketing, and you walk around shooting some shit. There's not really a story, you just go from conference room to conference room, and you're watching the trailers in the little booths for each of the games, and I thought it was pretty cool. And it's probably a great marketing tactic. If anyone played that game and watched the trailers that way, they're probably 5 to 7 times more invested in each of the games than just a trailer link live stream thing. Like, yeah, it was pretty cool. And the little ambient sounds in each of the different rooms, different themes, whatever. It was fun. Now, I was talking about some of the games. I'll just go through them. So the Shadow Warrior 3, that looks pretty crazy. I like the look of some of the jumping kind of musical instrument looking Chinese, I don't know what you'd call it. There's lots of firecrackers going on, and firecracker gun and swords, and it looks pretty fun. Hopefully it's I think the issues with number 2, Shadow Warrior 2, was it had this weird open world kind of structure that didn't really work that well, and it wasn't that fun. But this one looks a bit more tight, a bit more linear, and you're jumping around, you got some kind of grappling hook thing, and the glory kills like in Doom. Hopefully it's not too much like Doom, like a bit of a copy, but it looks like it's got its own style. I can dig it. Hopefully it's fun. If it's not fun, I won't dig it. You got Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout. It looks like that Wipeout TV show. If it's fairly cheap or whatever, I'll check it out. It looks kind of fun. Looks like Human Fall Flat with a million colors and a million characters. So that's cool. Carrion. That's the big red monster game. Now, I've already played that and beat that because I got it through Xbox Games Pass. But that got another trailer or something, and it's a pretty fun game. It's kind of scary, or you're going through as the monster through the different rooms. But I don't know. It didn't latch onto me as much as I thought a giant red tentacle monster would. But it's worth playing through. See if you like it. There was some game, Olija. I think you're some ninja warrior something. I don't know. That game didn't look that exciting to me. Serious Sam 4. Really, they've called it Planet Badass. Okay, that's all right. Pretty good title. So are you the badass on the planet, or is a planet full of badasses? Yeah, I'm not sure. But Serious Sam 4, I think it's had some rough times, but maybe this is a return to form for the Serious Sam person. So yeah, that looks pretty fun. You've got, I don't know, you saw another quick little trailer. It didn't show you too much more. It doesn't quite look like a AAA game. It kind of looks like a indie game with just loads of random enemies running at you. But if the gameplay's fun then I'm in. Looks fun. We'll see. It could be very shallow and not a good experience. So yeah, go download Devolver Land Expo on Steam if you want to check out the trailers for any of those games. That was the Devolver Expo. It was pretty cool. And I enjoyed it. Alrighty, so the PlayStation 5 Future of Gaming show. Wow, what a mouthful. It was pretty exciting, to be honest. It had some good reveals. The hardware looked kind of cool. And I'm thinking about it. I could potentially buy a PlayStation 5, who knows. They had a Spider-Man, bit of a sequel, little spin-off game. Yeah, it looks kind of fun. I played a bit of the Spider-Man game on PS4 and had a good time. I never finished it. I did get a bit bored, to be honest. Maybe I wasn't playing enough of the main story. So yeah, that could be good. Yeah, we got Gran Turismo 7. I didn't mind Gran Turismo Sport, which was the most recent one on PS4. So this one did look pretty nice. Could be good. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. I did like Ratchet and Clank on PS4, the reboot. A very kiddie kind of game, but it was very polished and it was fun. It was good, man. The guns were fun, collecting all those little bolts and shit that fall out of people. So I'd be pretty keen to play this one. Just that fun action adventure feeling with the flashy visuals for the cartoon kind of style. Very nice. What else we got? A couple of random ones. Project Athea, don't remember that. Stray, so you're a cat with robots. Meh. Returnal, I liked the look of this one. Returnal, it was like a space. You've landed on the scary space planet like in Aliens, and it looks like you try again and again to kill the aliens, but you keep coming back to life, or there's some kind of crazy horror loop vibe going on. And I liked that type of story. I liked Prey, which isn't that same thing, but I'm keen for Returnal. Sackboy, A Big Adventure. Yeah, doesn't look that fun. I thought the point of Little Big Planet, and this isn't a Little Big Planet game, it's a Sackboy game, but yeah, it could be fun. If it was tight platforming like the Ratchet and Clank, it could be good. Destruction All-Stars. Yeah, look kind of like Rocket League, but yeah, the jumping out of your car and the way they were running around the arena, if you saw the trailer, they look so fucking stupid. They were like, I swear they were like dabbing and doing little Fortnite dances and shit while everyone's driving around trying to crash into them, and it just looked lame. Oddworld Soulstorm got another trailer. I think that already has been announced. It could be fun. I never really played the really old Oddworld games. I did play the one where you're that crossbow man. That was pretty cool on Xbox and PS2. Ghostwire Tokyo. It's a weird FPS ghost killing sword game. Looks stupid. What do we got? Jet the Far Shore. Yeah, looks like a fun little indie game. Goodbye Volcano High. No idea what that is. Godfall. Looks pretty basic. It looks like a very generic game. Doesn't look that fun. Looks like an Anthem. Have you heard of Anthem? Yeah, looks like that. Solar Ash, creators of Hyperlight Drifter. That could be fun. I played a little bit of Hyperlight Drifter, and it's got a cool art style, and combat was pretty tight, pretty fun. So maybe keen for that. Hitman 3. Yeah, I'm not really into the gameplay of Hitman. It's just a personal thing. The other Hitman that came out, with the episodes, it was fun. I played a bit of it. Graphics look real nice. This one's probably going to be just the same thing. So maybe I'll check it out. Astro's Playroom, PSVR game. Yeah, I'll check it out. I do want to play the Astrobot game if I ever get my hands on a PSVR. It does look good. Little Devil Inside. Side-scrolling. Yeah, whatever. NBA 2K21. I don't care about basketball games. Bug Snacks. Yeah, could be fun. I played a little bit of Octodad. So maybe I want to play as Bug instead of an octopus. Collect bugs, eat them. Demon Souls. I'm not really into Bloodborne, Souls, whatever games, but I'll check it out if it's fun. It's probably way too hard and I'll probably hate it. So there's that. Deathloop. I want to play Deathloop. I like Bethesda FPS games. The Arcane Studios, I think. Arcane. Really good. They did the Dishonored, Prey, and I want to play this. It looks fun. It's got a cool Deathloop system. So I don't know how it works, but there's some kind of time loop thing where you're trying to kill the assassin who's also in a time loop, and you're an assassin trying to kill him, and you go through the level, and maybe there's co-op or no idea. Looks fun. Graphics look kind of cool. Gunplay looks pretty satisfying. Keen for Deathloop. Resident Evil 8 Village. Yes, I'd like to play that. I finally played through Resident Evil 7 and it had some good moments. Sure, it was a bit basic in some areas and the DLC was pretty shocking, but it was pretty scary. Had some innovative moments. So yeah, I'd be keen for Resident Evil 8 Village or VII Lage. Resident Evil 8 Lage, I think is how you call it. Pragmata, something about Dead Space astronaut thing. It looked weird. Horizon Forbidden West sequel. I played a bit of Horizon on the PS4. I think it's quite made it to PC, and it's pretty fun. It had a interesting new story, but I think it was just let down a bit by being a bit too spread thin over the big kind of open world where you do lots of filler missions and bullshit. But this one could be good. I'd definitely probably buy it if I got a PS5. And then the PS5 console itself, it looked pretty blue, it looked cool, it looked big. It had big, it's like a Moses, blue, white Moses kind of thing with heaps of blue stuff in the middle, and all that blue stuff, like, you just have to assume that that blue stuff makes those games really fucking pop. They look crisp. Okay? And the controller, yeah, looks fine. I'm just worried that the PS5 would be a bit too big and loud. Be like a big engine. Rah. Yes, so that was the PS5. Pretty exciting. I would probably say overall it was had more exciting announcements than the Xbox One, but certainly some of these games will be coming to Xbox, so they steal the thunder a bit there, but who knows. Xbox has the Games Pass, which I'll be talking about, so yeah. PS5, coming out late in 2020. Shit. Alright, I'll do a quick little section on Nintendo and what I think Nintendo have done over the last few months. So you had that the Mario Paper Origami Princess whatever game just came out, and then before that you had the spooky Luigi one, Luigi's Mansion Spooktacular. And, there's some big first-party Nintendo games by the looks. I don't know if Paper Mario, that was ages ago since there's been a Paper Mario. I haven't got any of those games yet, but I'd be interested in getting the Luigi's Mansion. Does sound pretty fun, but I'd probably beat it and then, whatever, done. There's $70 I'll never get back. And they did the little direct thing, but Nintendo, what are you doing? You go to coming soon, or you think about, okay, what's coming out Nintendo in 2020 later in the year, along with all this other shit. And there's no first-party Nintendo games that are on their way. Like, what is there? There's some Deadly Premonition 2, some bullshit just came out. Apparently, the frame rate doesn't work, basically. You go 5 frames per second. You don't want that. Where is news about the Zelda sequel? Where is, I don't know, more Mario stuff? Like, sure, you just have Paper Mario, but yeah, there's going to be more Mario than that. Metroid 4? Where's that? Where's your Pikmins? Where's your... you had your exercise one that's been selling pretty well. Do another one. Do more of that. Do more of that. Put things on your head. Exercise head thing. Massages your head. There's a product. Call it head scratcher 5000. That would be a lot better than nothing. All right, so I want to see head scratcher 5000 Mario and all those other ones. I want to hear something from Nintendo. Say something. You've lost me. Where are you, Nintendo? I'm bored. Give me the games. Give me the games, Nintendo. Don't do this to me. Alright, the Xbox Games Showcase. Now, the start of this is pretty good. You got that Halo. Now, I'll talk about Halo in a sec, but let's talk about some of the other stuff that was in that showcase. Some of it was exciting, some of it didn't really care, and some of it didn't really show you enough to get excited. It's just, they gave you a title, and that's it. I'll just read out some they always go on about their world premieres and stuff. What have you got? As Dusk Falls. I don't even remember that trailer. What is that? Quantic Dream. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, nah. Avowed. Oh, yeah, that was Obsidian Entertainment's one. So that was a first-person RPG set in the fantasy world of Aurora. It could be fun. The what was that Obsidian game that just came out? I know this. No, I cannot think of its name. I'm getting tired. The one with the space worlds pass. No, space. I'm gonna have to search it. This is coming to you live. Obsidian game. The Outer Worlds. It's called The Outer Worlds. How did I not know that? I played a bit of it too. Yep, so new game from them. You got Fable. They showed that right at the end, I believe. And they had a little trailer, whatever. I didn't know it was going to be Fable. I thought it was some random thing. So, yep, cool, Fable. That could be good. I don't know anything about it though. It's just called Fable. Forza Motorsport. They didn't put a number on that. It looks like they're just calling it Forza Motorsport. So maybe it's like reinvention of Forza Motorsport. They're just starting from scratch. I don't know. You saw a little bit of a trailer, but again, don't know anything. The Gunk. That looks interesting. It's by the people who do the SteamWorld games. I like some of them. They're pretty fun. SteamWorld Dig. Digging is good. And also SteamWorld Quest. I've played a little bit of that one, but Heist. SteamWorld Heist. That's pretty fun. Strategy. And SteamWorld Dig 2. Very good. Very good. The Gunk, looks like a fun little, hopefully it's tight little action platformer, blah, blah, blah. Could be fun. Get rid of that black gunk looking stuff on that alien world. Phantasy Star Online 2 New Genesis. I'm not interested in that. What about this one? STALKER 2. Stalker 2. That looks cool. I haven't really played the old Stalker games, but I've heard they're really fucking good, so I want some Metro Fallout kind of horror game, FPS. I'm in. Sign me up to the GSC Game World developers. Show me your Stalker. State of Decay 3. Yeah, it looks kind of cool. You've got zombie deers. Number 2 was pretty cool, but I don't know, it doesn't excite me. Probably because number 2 was kind of not really what I was hoping. I don't know what I was hoping from number 1, which is such a weird, janky game. It barely worked half the time. Maybe that was the joy. If State of Decay 3 barely works, then probably be awesome. I'll love it. Tetris Effect Connected. So you've got the Tetris Effect you love, but you get to connect with your friends and family. I'd give it a go. It looks like you got mega bricks. So big, not just the normal size Tetris pieces. You got bigger ones, and they just slot down. And I don't know how it works, but I saw big pieces in the trailer. Warhammer 40,000 Darktide. That looks cool, by Fat Shark, who did the Warhammer Vermintide 1 and 2. It looks scary. I don't know. You just saw a little trailer. There's no gameplay. But I'd be keen for that. What else we got? We got trailer for the Crossfire X single player. That did look like Black Ops. I thought it was Black Ops reveal happening, and then they're like, oh, Crossfire X. But it could be a good knockoff of Black Ops, kind of Call of Duty, fast-paced campaign. I'm in. Looks like all Destiny's coming to Games Pass for free, expansions, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I might check it out again, but I've kind of given up on bothering to play Destiny 2. New Rare game, Everwild. Looked like a fancy players, people in the wilderness and do dances. I didn't like the look of it. The Medium looks kind of scary. It looks kind of like a third-person horror game. You've got unique stuff going on, physics. Psychonauts 2, that's still coming. Tell Me Why by the Life is Strange people. I'd be interested in checking that out. I'll probably try and play it. I haven't played through all of Life is Strange 2. I got a bit bored of that. I didn't like the brother dynamic that much. It was a bit boring, but maybe I'll check this one out. And a whole lot of other random updates. Optimizing for the Xbox Series X, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so that's everything in the Halo Showcase apart from... I'm calling it the Halo Showcase. It was the Xbox Showcase, all right? And it had Halo. Talk about Halo in a second, all right? And what kicked off the Xbox Games Showcase, it was a few trailers for Halo Infinite. So you had a trailer at the start. I thought it was some kind of Xbox, like, talking about the console of the Xbox, because it was like building some kind of armor looking, well, it didn't even look like armor, it was all liquid crystal, whatever meth they were cooking up. And yeah, it turns out they were making the Spartan armor, and the Cortana's voice started talking, and I had an audible erection. So that was cool. And then that trailer finished, and you got into the gameplay trailer, and that started off with a bit of a cutscene. You got Chief up in the air with the new guy, Pilot. Not sure what his name is. I think he's just called the Pilot. So that's cool. Bit of a mystery. And then you crash land, you get shot down by this new enemy. You're on Halo Ring, and you hop out of your ship. I think it's a Wasp, or... Yeah, I think it's a Wasp. So you hop out of your Wasp, and then you go, whoa, look at these graphics, man. Look at the Halos. I'm in a first-person game shooter. And... you know, a lot of people are going off about the graphics. Oh, it looks shit. Oh, it looks like an old game. Oh, my stream was crap. You know, whatever. I didn't think it looked terrible. You know, they've still got a little bit of work on it. I didn't watch it in the highest resolution. And I don't know how old the demo was that they showed. But anyway, I thought it looked fun. All right, you got... you know, the grappling hook. It's not like a Just Cause 2, 3, 4 grappling hook where you can do infinite things tied together and shoot things off all over the place. It's just a basic little grappling hook. Doesn't go too far. Won't break the classic Halo gameplay you love. Didn't look like there were any like weird boosting around abilities like you had in Halo 5, which is good because I didn't really like them that much. So they got rid of those. You can sprint, go a little fast, green boy. That's cool. Whatever. You probably won't be able to sprint that fast or for that long. And then, yeah, the Warthog sounds like a Warthog. I think it's a new Warthog sound. That's exciting. I love some Warthogs. And yeah, it was really exciting when he pressed the back button and opened up his map. And for the first time... I don't know. You've probably seen some kind of maps in other Halo games, but no in-game kind of map like this opened up, and you're like, "Whoa, there's a little open world. You got all this blue shit everywhere, and I've got the whole ring to explore." You know, it's like, where do I go? Do I go over here or over here? Like, you know, maybe have some choices. You know, the gameplay reveal did just bring up a whole lot of questions. It didn't show as much that I wanted to know. I wanted to know everything about this game, but you know, I know a bit and I was satisfied for the moment, but I want to know more. I want to know, when exactly is this coming out? When is holiday 2020? When is that? Is that November, late November? Does it come with the console? When is the console coming out? Do I need the console? Probably not, because I've got PC and I can play Xbox Games Pass. You know, I need a whole section just to talk about Xbox Games Pass. Let's quickly talk about Xbox Games Pass now. So it's a good deal. You can get it on your PC for like $5 a month. Maybe your first month is $1. And it's sick. You get all the games. It doesn't cost that much. It's like the Netflix of gaming. It's like the Uber of Netflix of Uber Eats of gaming. It's really good. All right, you got to try it. Just try it. You know, Microsoft Store isn't that flash hot, but you can get an Xbox Games app and it kind of downloads the games okay, and then you play them and it's good. It's cheap. You know, I played Carrion. Just came out. Little indie game, scary, by Devolver. It's fun. Played it for free-ish. You know, you only pay that $5 a month and you get all the games, man. You get Halo, you get Forza, you get Gears, you get all those. You get other ones. It's not just those. You get all the games, man. Xbox Games Pass. So yeah, and the shooting looks just like classic Halo. You got these new guns, and I love me some new Halo guns. You got the kind of assault, the more rifle kind of gun. The new shotgun, the brute weapon. Can't remember what it was called. I think you saw the name, but man, it was like big red balls of plasma, and I was just ripping into enemies. It was like, think about the brute plasma rifle, but This big red balls of energy. Big red balls. I love it. Give me some big red balls any day. Over a Needler. Yeah. Man. And then you got the big bad brute talking to you for like a minute, kind of trying to scare you, but his face didn't look that nice up close. But, you know, I don't necessarily play Halo for the graphics. It's not like a Crysis or a, you know, it's not like that. It's like you play it for that nostalgia, and this one looks like it's tapping into Halo 1, arguably the first Halo game that came out, and maybe the best. It's tapping into that Halo 1 and looks like it's giving all these new open world, you know, I don't know if it's going to be like a bit of a linear bit and then a bit of open world. You can explore, do these missions at your will, and then maybe you stuck in this one zone, you can't quite get a flying vehicle just yet to get to the next zone, or who knows, maybe the whole the entire map for like the whole game is open at the start, and maybe the enemies, I really hope it's not like this, maybe they scale up and level and all this bullshit. If there are too many RPG elements in this, I will not like it. So it doesn't look like it's going to be like that, okay? So calm down. And if you open up the mini-map and it's like a GTA 5 or a Far Cry or any Ubisoft game map, and it's got all these question marks and dots on it, and it's just like, I don't want that. I want to finish the fight, you know? I don't want to fucking bake pies for the new grunt in town because it's his birthday coming up and he's gonna get a headshot for his birthday. You know, I don't want to do that. So yeah, excited for Halo Infinite, and you should be too. And if you're not excited, you should just get Xbox Games Pass anyway, and then you'll probably end up playing this game anyway when it comes out, and you will be like, oh, this ain't so bad. I don't know what I was whinging about. You know, these graphics look pretty cool. I'm playing as a chief man, shooting the things. It's fun. It's fun, man. And who knows what the story is going to be like in this one. It depends how they do the open world. Like, whatever the open world, if it's too open, then the story will probably suffer depending on how they handle it. Because that's probably what I hate about those really big open world games. You've got a couple of random little cutscenes here and there, but you only really have a start and an ending to your game. All the rest is just all this random busy work. So yeah, fingers crossed. We'll see more soon. They said they're going to show some multiplayer. They're going to show the multiplayer soon, so who knows what that can be. It could be Battle Royale, could be 5v5 Classic. It's probably going to be like Call of Duty and try and cater to a whole heap of different modes that people love. You know, and they're not going to just only do one mode or some bullshit. Here's hoping it's good. Now keep playing Halo in the meantime, okay? You've got your Master Chief Collection, hopefully, on your Steams or your Xbox Games Pass. Just keep playing Halos, think about Halos, do your daily Halo prayer. You know, whatever the daily Halo prayer is, do that. And yes, Halo Infinite coming soon. Alright, so I'm going to wrap it up there. I've spoken about all that I wanted to speak about. This was a bit of a longer podcast, so seriously, if you got to the end of this podcast after hearing me go on and on, you know, a bit tired, just go on and on about all this game stuff when I haven't done a podcast for like 3 months, and you listen to this whole podcast, oh, thanks, man. Thank you, girl. And I'll try and do more regular podcasts, all right? I know I say this, it doesn't really happen, but who knows? I might do a whole podcast when I see some more Halo news. That's how excited about Halo I'm getting. So yeah, get your Xbox Games Pass, get your Halos, Have a good one. That'll be all from The Business Gamer. Have a good life. Stay safe. Bye.